Hey everyone, it's Justin Love, your realtor here in the Okanagan. So, question I've been getting a lot this morning, it was actually the very first question that was asked to me this morning and then several times later in the morning, was where is this market going? And realistically, my favorite quote, those who use the crystal ball tend to eat glass. So ultimately, nobody knows, but what are the three most likely scenarios? So number one is, again, this is contingent upon us in BC at least getting back to something resembling normal sooner rather than later. Sooner meaning maybe by the end of this month, might be ambitious. But let's just say for argument's sake, by the end of May, sometime early in April, we're kind of getting back out there and back to normal. So if that's the case, what we might see then is probably a slow spring delayed until summer really, and we'll kind of get going and prices will kind of hold more or less and things move on. Scenario number two would be people just go, holy smokes, economy's still somewhat doing okay, in recovery mode, and people just going, you know what, kind of missed the boat this year. I was hoping to do it in spring, now it's summer, I'm just putting my life back together. Let's do this next spring. So people just kind of delaying until next spring. So that'd be scenario number two. Again, with pricing, it wouldn't be that great for this year, so probably a bit of a dip this year, and then next year, things getting back to normal. Again, contingent upon the economy doing okay and kind of following a similar path. Scenario number three is, hey, this is a recession. It is what it is. Doesn't matter if it's a virus that started it. It's every 10 years. This is what happens, and everyone's in the same boat, and we'll slowly start to see the inventory pile up, and we'll see fewer buyers or buyers that are sitting there going, I'll pay, but not at that price. And we'll slowly start to see the prices come down. That could be for all of Canada as well as the Okanagan. And again, I hope it's not too on the nose, and I don't say this in an insensitive way, but really the best analogy would be like this virus for overall in Canada and even the US as far as what real estate markets are going to do. Markets are always local, especially with real estate. So yeah, all of Canada might encounter a dip in pricing and sales. But again, it would be kind of like this virus where in Vancouver, I was talking with a friend last night. He has a buddy that's an appraiser out in Vancouver, and everyone that bought properties on to do Airbnbs with, they're making $6K a month. Now they're making nothing. Their income has dried up overnight, so they might have to fire sale that house out or that property out. So in that case, Vancouver could get really, really hard with a downturn, and whereas the Okanagan, we might have less of a downturn, just we have different economics and forces at play. We can get hit just as hard as well, but again, Vancouver is a more of a boom and bust type environment, where when they go high, they go super high, and when they go low, they go super low. And in the Okanagan, we don't do that as much. We're kind of more of a steady eddy. We do encounter downturns. We certainly had them in 2010 or 2008 and moving forward. Price drops of 10-12% a year. But again, we just don't have as crazy a swing as the lower mainland can do. So again, different parts of Canada and even BC can get hit harder and other parts less. So again, to recap, three scenarios. One, we could just have a late spring market and kind of do okay. Number two, this spring gets pushed back to next spring. Number three is it's just a recession. It is what it is, and this is the next beginning of a down cycle, which will lead to the next up cycle. It's happened time and time again. So yeah, I hope that clarifies things. If you're an investor like some of my other investors, holding off, waiting, don't have to make a move. I'm going to wait and see what's happening, and that's okay. So if you don't need to make the move and you're thinking of getting the great deal, you might just want to wait, keep renting or keep where you're at. If you don't have to sell anything, then keep where you're at, rent, and see how things play out. You might get a bit of a discount once all this is done, and you might not get any discount at all, but then you kind of know where things are at, and you're a little the worse for wear. So yeah, that's what's happening out there thus far. Again, if you have any questions, make comments below. Please do subscribe if you like the channel, like these videos, and I'll keep them up. Have a great day. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Bye.